Hey everyone, welcome back to the VSO Gun Channel. Today I've got another pack for you. You guys know that Mission First Tactical has been a longtime supporter of the channel and we've been covering some of their new offerings. Well, we've also covered pretty much the entire line of the ACHRO low profile packs. So they're designed to be... Whoa. Alrighty then. Well, apparently my bees woke up this morning and have chosen violence, so we have relocated. They did nail me right there on right at the hairline, so if my face swells, then you know what's going on. It's not just me being a meathead. That said, I forget where I was, but the ACHRO series of packs is built to be kind of like that gray man concept. I really hate that term, but they execute pretty well on that. There's a full video on the larger packs, but there's a fair amount of utility that can be gained from mounting a small pack on your chest. If you want to go super literal tactical, then you don't got a whole lot of room when you're talking about plate carriers. Usually this area is pretty full. If you've got any hydration, then that area is pretty full. There's not a whole lot of space, but in the front of your plate carrier, there's a fair amount of open space. But I think the most ready application for something like this is for my backcountry hikers. So I'm not going to name a specific product because I don't believe in calling out companies that didn't do anything wrong. It's just that this one kind of advances on the concept of the chest mounted pack in a big way. And as someone who has done some backcountry hiking and wanting to carry a firearm, for instance, having it here is basically your only option, okay? Having it located on your heavy pack is not something you're going to be able to get to readily, and carrying it in a holster is just simply not an option when you're doing, 20, 30 mile hike that day, right? So anyway, ACHRO chest pack, let's break into it and see what it looks like inside. To start out with, not the bag, the suspension system. And you'll recognize this if you're familiar with Mission First products, that this is the same suspension that they use for their chest-mounted pistol plate. And I'll have some B-roll there for you. Some people will say, little bag, little straps. And I don't subscribe to that philosophy whatsoever. And it looks like Mission First doesn't either. We got a double width piece of webbing here. So here's a standard piece of webbing. Here is the strap. But they've done this without making it big and bulky. You want a thin strap like we talked about earlier. You know, you might be wearing this since it's a chest mounted rig. You might be wearing it in addition to a big old hiking pack or a plate carrier. So if you've got a bunch of straps already on you, maybe you got one set, maybe two sets depending on how you're loaded out or whatever, adding a third set that's got padding in it can be a real pain in the butt. So they have left the padding out of it, but on the reverse, there is the aerated material there, and that aerated material extends onto the back panel here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the actual straps here so that we can manipulate this ever so slightly easier. On the back, we have a whole panel of this material so that we've got some breathability, and there is some padding here, and there is space here. Here, let me do it like this. Space here to put your hands behind it if you want to hold it up. If you've been hiking for a long period of time, you know the utility of that. So let's talk now about the paneling on the front. Laser cut here with expansion on the bottom. I'm not a big fan of packs with the laser cutting, but I understand the utility of being able to weave more stuff on it. I usually just say, well, get another pack that's got the right amount of storage on it. But I can understand the utility for some folks. Drainage grommets here on the bottom. And then as far as pouches are concerned, we'll just start from front to back here. This one here is kind of like an L-shaped zipper, and the zippers are these terminated tabs. So they've got real grippy ends on them, so they're really easy to get a purchase on. But inside of here, we've got a bunch of little organizer pouches, everything from, it looks like you could fit a magazine, like a pistol magazine in all of these, and something that would maybe even fit a rifle magazine shallowly if you wanted to. There is an attachment carabiner in there, and then inside there is an additional pouch that is just just another organizer, and I'll have shots for all of you to see that. Let's get out of that pouch. And that is a single closure, so a single zipper there. The top pouch, located here, has dual zippers. So you can choose to stage it however you want. But if we were to just do this, it is the same L shape, but, excuse me, I wouldn't say that that's not an L, that's more like a C shape. And this is more like a drop pouch in the back. It's got much larger spaces. There's only one divider and it is bungeed. Speaking of bungee, over here on the side, there is a drink container. So like your Nalgene containers or whatever, smash them in there. But I mean, you could fit just about everything else in there that is approximately that size. It looks like it'll fit a standard size bottle of water maybe. And then on the sides here, you have your concealed carry your concealed carry pocket. And this has got the Velcro backing on it that takes their normal attachment for integrating their holster into Velcro. So they make an attachment specifically for that at Mission First. And that pouch is ambidextrous, so you can reach it from either side, regardless of what side you want to have access to your weapon, regardless of the setup. There's also a little carry handle there on the top. Now, the only thing that I didn't really mention in closing, it's got 4 cutaways. So 2 here, 2 here, really easy to get out of if you wanted to get out of it, even if it's cinched all the way down and loaded down. So that is the ACHRO chest pack. Remember that Mission First Tactical has a discount code out there for you guys if you want to make good use of that. Gives you a hefty discount off of their entire site. And we also have another discount code that is like anything that they're getting ready to discontinue, 40 to 60% off some of the time. So anyway, that's all for me today. See you on another video here at the VSO Gun Channel.